You've definitely seen the promises all over social media, right? People claiming to make massive passive income, all thanks to AI-powered dropshipping. It's this super tempting idea of a business that practically runs itself. But you have to wonder, does the hype actually match the reality? Well, let's find out.
I mean, these are the exact kinds of claims you see plastered everywhere. You see these videos boasting about making hundreds, even thousands of dollars a day, and it really makes it seem like anyone can do it from their laptop, from anywhere in the world.
That really is the big question, isn't it? So YouTuber Mark Tilbury decided, you know what, I'm going to put these incredible claims to the ultimate test. He set out to build an entire AI dropshipping store, completely from scratch, just to find out what's really possible.
And to make sure this was a real, legitimate test, he set himself 3 super strict rules. First, the entire store had to be built for less than a single dollar. Second, he could only use free AI tools. And third, the whole setup had to be done and dusted in under an hour. So yeah, the stakes are set.
Okay, so the timer is officially ticking. The challenge began. Could he actually build a functional, ready-to-go online store using the power of AI?
The first few moves were incredibly fast. Using a tool called Build Your Store, he went with the sport and fitness niche, which makes sense. It's a market with huge demand. He picked a banner that would appeal to a really wide audience, both men and women, and then set up the e-commerce backbone with a free Shopify trial. So far, so good, and we're still at $0 spent.
Now this is where the AI really starts to do the heavy lifting, the complicated parts. After installing the app, it just automatically built out the website's entire structure. And to make it look professional, which is so important, he snagged a free .store domain name. That's a crucial touch if you want to build customer trust.
A store is pretty useless without products, right? So how do you find items that are actually going to sell? Well, this is where the next piece of the AI puzzle comes into play.
He used this tool called AutoDS. And this thing is basically the engine behind that whole passive income dream. It scours the market to find trendy, winning products, it sets the prices for you, and it even handles shipping the order directly to the customer. This is the automation that everyone talks about. And here it is. This is the moment the money was actually spent. A 30-day trial for the starter plan on AutoDS cost exactly 99 cents. And with that one little transaction, the entire $1 budget for setting up this store was officially gone.
So what did the AI end up picking? Well, it's a pretty interesting mix, actually. We've got a breathing trainer, which is for serious athletes, then some clips for golf clubs, classic resistance bands, you see those everywhere, and a warm hat for jogging in colder weather. All in all, a pretty solid, diverse lineup for a fitness store.
Okay, so the store is live. It's stocked with AI-selected products, but now comes the most important part, marketing. The plan wasn't to blow thousands on ads, but to use a much smarter and more targeted approach.
The whole strategy revolved around micro-influencers. Now, if you're not familiar, these are creators with smaller but incredibly dedicated followings. Their audience really trusts their recommendations, which makes them insanely powerful for niche products like these.
And this chart illustrates exactly why this was such a smart move. The data shows that micro-influencers can have up to a 60% higher engagement rate compared to those huge macro-influencers. It means their followers are way more likely to interact, to click, and most importantly, to actually buy something.
So to put this plan into action, he partnered up with the Grace Brothers, a duo with a really strong Instagram presence that was just perfect for the brand. He paid them just $50 to create a short, energetic story promoting a single hero product, that breathing trainer. A super focused, low-risk test.
All right, this is it. The store was built for $1, the products were chosen by AI, and the marketing campaign was launched. After 24 hours, it was finally time to see if this whole carefully constructed experiment actually paid off. And wow, the initial result looks fantastic. In just one day, the store pulled in $170.85 in total revenue. That came from 10 different sales of the breathing trainer. On the surface, this looks like a massive success. But revenue is only half the story, right? We have to break down the costs. So from that $170, we have to subtract $39.50 for the product cost and the shipping. Then there's the $50 for the influencer promotion. And finally, that $1 for Shopify and the 99 cents for AutoDS. Suddenly, the numbers start to look a little different. So, after all those expenses are accounted for, The final net profit for the first 24 hours was $80.35. Okay, so it's a far cry from thousands of dollars, but hey, that's still a pretty respectable profit from one single small-scale campaign.
So what does this $80 profit really tell us about all that AI dropshipping hype? It's time to get to the verdict.
Here's the side-by-side comparison, and it's pretty stark. The hype promises thousands in passive income, but the reality was just over $80 from a very active, very strategic campaign. The dream is a fully automated business, but the reality, it required a hands-on approach to pick the right marketing strategy and test the right product.
But the potential is definitely still there. As Mark Tilsbury himself pointed out, this was just one product with one tiny promotion. He asks us to just imagine scaling this up. What if you were promoting 20 products that all perform this well? At that point, the path to thousands a month in profit starts to look a lot clearer.
Which brings us to our final question. Is AI dropshipping the automated money printer that it's sometimes made out to be? Or is it more like a powerful new toolkit? One that, in the right hands, with the right strategy, can actually be used to build something truly profitable? I think the answer is probably somewhere in the middle.